buddies, welcome back to Warhammer Online. This is my level 30 Marauder, renowned rank 29. Now, unlike my level 40 Marauder, whose job it is to disrupt the healer, it is his job to actually try to kill the damn healer. Let's start off with my rotation. Full path of brutality, by the way. I always lead and start with the debilitate, alright? A deliberate attack that inflicts 453 damage and cripples your target, reducing their movement speed by 40% for 5 seconds. Then right away I jump over and I hit Mutated Aggressor. Chaotic energy surges through you, increasing all the damage you inflict by 25% for 10 seconds. This is where the spam starts, because I spam the shit out of Impale. Stabs into your target's vital areas for 423 damage. If behind your target, ignores 15% of the victim's armor. Now, I only use convulsive slashing if I'm finding another DPS. I usually don't waste this on a healer. It's not going to do shit, really. Not my experience, anyways. Yeah. And of course, I have Guillotine. I use it anytime I can. Requires target to be below 50% health. A powerful blow inflicting 603 damage and will almost always deal critical damage to a weak target. Anytime I parry, I use Gut Rip. It requires parry, as you can see here. Pops up on the screen, requires parry. A savage attack that guts your opponent, dealing 407 damage. Your next consequently cast damaging ability instance within 5 seconds will automatically critical hit. After I hit Gut Ripper, it's back over to Impale, spamming the living shit out of Impale. Let's jump over to Mastery real quick. I'm going to be full Path of Brutality. I have a few abilities out here. Taking the Tactic Corrupted Edge. Gift of Brutality further increases your strength and initiative by 120. Right now, I don't give a shit about initiative, just strength. Of course, I have Guillotine. I just read that to you. I have the Tactic Growing Instability. The Power of Chaos begins to take control of your body, causing all of your critical hits to deal an additional 50% bonus damage. I don't have this slotted yet. When I get my 4th career tactic, I will slot that. And then always Mutated Aggressor as well. I will dump my excess into Path Savagery. I want to raise the damage of Gut Ripper. That savage attack guts your opponent, dealing 407 damage. Your next, consequently cast damaging ability in 5 seconds will automatically critical hit. After this ability, back to spamming Impale. As far as Renown goes, dropping all of it into, obviously, strength and nothing else. His gear, I have his full Devastator set. The bonus serves me well, actually, for what I'm doing. I get a bonus of 45 strength, 50 wounds, plus 3% melee critical chance, and get clarity. Any ability, 10% chance to reduce the cost of the next ability to use within 10 seconds to 0 action points. So, anytime that goes off, if Mutated Aggressor is off cooldown, I'll hit that, or I'll hit Touch of Instability. Target loses control over their magic, and for 10 seconds will inflict 313 corporal damage to themselves whenever they use magic. As far as my talisman goes, I'm slotting mostly strong, throwing in a little bit of wounds, trying to keep my health pool up there a little bit. For jewelry, I go for nothing but strength and wounds. Strength and wounds completely. His weapons, I'm using the Sentry's Chaos Axe of Ferocity, 40 DPS, 16 toughness, 23 wounds. The toughness really doesn't serve me well, but I needed some decent weapons. Plus 1% reduced armor penetration, plus 1% reduction in being critically hit. I have 16 strength talisman on this one, 13 strength on the other one as well. Let's jump over to my morals real quick. I use rank 1 moral all the time because I'm always getting the shit beat out of me. As soon as I touch they're like all the DPS dog piles on me. They're like the Navy. The Navy doesn't like you touching their boats. Order doesn't like you touching their healers. So, rank 1 moral Flames of Fate. The target is engulfed in the chaotic flames of fate, dealing 699 damage and rooting them in place for 5 seconds. That helps out a lot. Sometimes I'll get Relentless Assault, and I do spam this whenever I can to help my team out. Prolonged Fervor that grants 10 action points a second to everyone in your group within 100 feet of you for 10 seconds. I rarely get broad swings off. For the next 10 seconds, your attacks will cleave through up to 2 additional enemies within 25 feet in front of you, dealing unmitigable damage, 300 per strike. Is that a word? Unmitigable? Whatever. I don't give a shit. Drop over to my tactics. Of course, I'm using increased strength by 120. Force and flanking. All of your attacks deal 15% more damage when you strike an enemy from the sides or the rear. Quite fucking important, I'd say. And And of course, Corrupted Edge. Gift of Brutality further increases your strength and initiative by 120. So with my Marauder, I'm trying to keep his strength as high as possible. Increase the damage from Impale. I'm always spamming debility. If the healer gets away from you, you're kind of fucked. So nothing too complicated on my Marauder. Like I said, keep your strength high. Make sure that your tactics are working with your abilities to make the most of your armor penetration and your bonus damage. Alright, lovelies. Thanks for stopping by and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.